Hello and welcome to the PH Gaming Sunday live stream. Time is 2 o'clock UK time and this is Kerbal Space Program. So today, sorry, bear with me. Today, today's episode live stream is about geostationary relay satellites. Now I know a lot of people will know how to do this. But it's just a good topic and not everyone will. So in this I will also be providing the exact coordinates you are going to need. Not coordinates, but the orbital details. So obviously the height of the orbit, the period and all of that. The only issue I'm going to have is making sure that the satellites actually are in line with each other, so at the right right gap between each satellite. Okay, but let's get on with it anyway. Right, so I'm just going to have this waiting, so I'm just getting my details up for myself for my own reference. Right, let's go and build ourselves a relay satellite and a booster to put it on. So, let's go with this one. And we're going to put, first of all, let's put some batteries on it. Are they a bit big? Yep, they're a bit big. They're going to be about 100, so about one of these. Yeah. So that can be our electrical battery. Don't need a huge amount, I don't think. And then communications, going to just go with the biggest antenna, most highest rated antenna we can, which is this one. That does not look right. Okay, right, let's start again because I want to use that one. Relay communications. There, so that's the sort of size we want to be going for. So we're using 1.5 meter part, 1.25 meter parts. That means we have a bigger battery. Yeah. And then our fuel tank, because we're going to use a small fuel tank, is going to be this one. Let's go with that. A bit different looking. And then electrical, we want to fairly good size. Yeah, that'll do. And then, as we're all about communication here, although they are a little bit on the big side, I'm actually going to do, because they're going to interfere with those. There we go. So there's that. Okay. Next, small motor engine. Don't need nothing big. I'm going to put just got to think what engine I want to put on there. I could use this one, 720 kilonewton. Probably all it's going to need. Not exactly your standard communication satellite, I'm going to say. Normally these things will have so it's going to have the ability to adjust its orbit. Okay. And then we're going to have electrical, not electrical, communications. So they're 100G as well. Level 3, 158, 158. So these are apparently rated as well as this massive thing. So all in told, this thing's going to be pretty big. Although I think these might be a bit big. Yeah, that looks better. There we go. So there's our relay satellite. Now, coupling. I am actually gonna. There we go. Retract those. We don't need them extended yet. So this is our basic satellite. I'm going to put an action group in now and go from there. Bear with me, just checking something out here. So, cool, welcome to the channel, whoever else has just joined. Welcome to the live stream. Just getting our relay satellite built here. It's a bit overpowered for what we want, but I wanted something to give us a little bit of fuel just in case we want to adjust the orbit as well. There we go. So that's our basic satellite. Lots of antenna, lots of electricity, and yeah. Also want to look right, which is why it's ended up being a bit overpowered. Didn't want to look like a massive satellite and a tiny little probe core. So from here we put our payload fairing, which is going to be 2.5 meter fairing, because we are doing this, as stated last time, ever so slightly Delta 4-esque, shall we say. Let's get this up here. There. Nice. Okay, so we're going to have this two-sided with a 265-ish. Yeah, that'll do. So we're going to shift this up now. That is our base. There we go. Just to give it a name. So we're going to then build our second stage, which is 2.5 meters. So we want to be down here, which is where they are. And then a 1.25, just like that orange. Okay, and then we want an engine, which is gonna be, so I've got to pick this engine. Let's see what's available. Far too big, wasn't it? Yeah. Just trying to remember what engine I wanted to use now. So let's have a look. Look. What engine did I use now? Do you know when you do something and you just cannot remember what you did in the end? Couldn't have been that one, could it? It's too small. Right. Bear with. Might have been this. Yeah, there we go. But I think what we did. So yeah, it needs to be longer. How did I do that in the end? There we go. And then fuel tanks was one of them. So kind of looking like a Delta 4 at the moment, sort of. And then we use fuel tank, sorry. One of those, and then one of those. So that is my sort of take on a Delta 4 rocket. Should have enough. So I'm going to save this. And I just want to open, see if I've done any more in here. Because I cannot remember what save file I originally tried this in. Minus one unknown part modules. Yeah, alright. I actually built it in this, so it should be alright. Right. So I'm actually just going to come back out of this, go into my other save file. Load save. No, not that one. Just going to come back to main menu, and have a look at my normal sandbox. Because I'm pretty sure that's what I built it in. This is my own sort of one for not used for YouTube generally. Oh god, I'm sending stuff flying here. Oh, so an extra tank there. $200. Cheetah. Yeah. So TX440. 200. I had another Guardian there. It's a very different satellite. It doesn't look like. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Cool. So let's go back and have another look. Yeah, go quick to main menu. That's not it. There we go. For 200. So I've put a slightly bigger, I think. Let's compare them. So it was the FL200, 90, and then the FLT400 that I used. Yeah. No, can't be. I'm going to leave it as it is though, because we're doing alright here. And then, just going to put that other... Oh, it was an 1800, right, okay, I get it now. So 198, 200, yeah, so. Just going to change this because it's not the one that I was using. So it was like FLT 200 and then I used, which one was it? TX 440. There we go. Are we on right? There we go. And then we need one of them in orange. Yep. Just shift this up a bit and then put that on the bottom. There we go. So there's our two-stage rocket. Very, I would say quite similar to the Delta 4 in style. And then we want those. So I'm relatively happy with that. Oh, okay. That's going to be long gone by then. So let's give this a go. Saving this and launch. So our details. So we need an apoapsis or an orbital height, where periapsis and the apoapsis is the same, and our orbital height needs to be 2,863.3 kilometers per hour, with an orbital period of 5 hours, 59 minutes, 934. Sorry, 5 hours, 59 minutes, and 9.354 seconds is what I'm aiming for. Orbital speed of 1,009 meters per second. Let's give this a go. So, something has disappeared from my Kerbal, and that is MechJeb. Don't know why, but we'll launch this anyway. Oh no. I think I need MechJeb. To get my... I've been using MechJeb. So why has it disappeared? Right, okay. So I'm going to have to quickly come out of this game. Do apologise about this. I was literally watching another guy's live stream before we started. So, just trying to fix this quickly. Installed. MechJeb, yeah. Let's try relaunching it. Maybe it just didn't launch properly. Do apologise, guys. Thanks for joining me anyway. Please do chat at your own leisure whilst we sort this out. Should have had that message. Maybe that was telling me something. But they can't normally, so I don't really know. So I'm gonna get into this quickly and then get going. Hopefully it's loaded, but I may be able to sort it myself. We'll find out. So, today's lunch for me has consisted of Indian milk cakes which my sister brought back from India with her for me. I did have a chai tea as well that was made with stuff from India as well. But let's see if this is working anyway. No. Alright, something just fell over in the kitchen. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to try and do this without MacJeb, which is going to be fun. Oh, it is here. It just hadn't appeared. Right, that's good. So, let's launch. So, it's open as well. So these are the, the little Indian milk cakes that I was bought. That way up, sorry. So, they don't have a very long life on them. And hello there, Peter, as well. So we're going to use ascent guidance just to get us up to about 150 kilometers, I think. So just engaging that, and 3, 2, 1. There we go. So I don't want it to auto deploy the solar panels. Although I do want it to stop at stage 2, which is where that should deploy the fairings. So I'm just going to use MacJeb. It makes my life a lot easier. Again, hello there, Peter. Thanks for joining the live stream here. Actually, already a record number of viewers for this live stream at 5. That sounds rather sad, doesn't it? But that is a yeah. So I'm just going up here now. So I've sort of tried to model this on the Delta 4. I believe it would be in theory this would be a Delta 4 2.501 in their naming scheme, I believe. I think that's generally how it goes. So I think it's, or is that Atlas's naming scheme? It might be, because generally I think the naming scheme is 4 or 5 for the fairing size. Then the next number would be the number of solid rocket boosters. And then the 1 at the end would relate to the number of engines on the second stage. So yeah, and obviously then you've got Delta 4 Heavy, which is what it is. So, just waiting for this to get up now. So perhaps this is now 90,000 meters. So I know I've got multiple displays for the same information, and just some things present it in a way that I prefer. So staging here. What is this doing? Wow. Oh, do I need some... I have had a thought. So, And then here, we have that. There. Saving that. Hopefully that'll give us a bit more control now. Let's go. Actually, I'm going to do this manually. Oh. Very sweet and slightly spiced cake. Not really a cake. A bit more grainy in texture than that. Almost a bit more like cornbread, I would say. Oh God, too far. Too far. And we're done. Yeah, that worked well, didn't it? Right, let's try again. I hope the sound levels are alright, guys. If they aren't, then let me know, please. So I will adjust. So we're just going to wait for our apoapsis to get to 10,000 meters before we pitch over ever so slightly. Now I know that SpaceX generally they will pitch over almost immediately to some extent after launch, but I just find that this is a bit better for myself. So I am having to counter steer. This is almost like this drifting. I mean that is into car drifting, not anything else that might. Right, so we're going to get to 30, and then I'm just going to start pitching over now. Now on 30, I want to be on this mark here until we get to about 40. And then at 50 I'm going to be banking quite a lot more, almost horizontal. Cool. Oh, I need the gimbal. So just waiting for our apoapsis now to reach 150 or 145, 50-ish, yeah. Oh. That's new. Didn't do that last time. It just shows how inefficient my gravity turn was. Okay, so over 140 now. There we go. Just gonna deploy our fairings now. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna. Okay. So, just going to use Maneuver Planner here just to circularize this for me. Right, and execute. So we currently have 3,375 meters per second of delta V left in this stage alone. The satellite on its own will have 1,200, which is plenty. So whilst doing that, any of you that have seen my recent videos will know that I now have a Twitter page dedicated for this YouTube channel. Okay, go there and check it out for any notifications of new videos that are being released, and also to get updates on live streams and stuff like that. So we're now going to start going up to our orbit, our destination orbit. So just quickly looking, 2863.63, so that's where I want that to be. So I'm going to basically use the second stage to do almost like an injection burn to that orbit. So we're just going to time warp now through. So here we go, coming around this way now. Should start to see the atmospheric colouring that you get when the sun appears from behind the planet. Starting to get some of the blues here now, look. I always love that view where you get the different colours of light reflecting on the atmosphere. Cool. So then there we go. So we are going to have to adjust our apoapsis. Look at that. I'll just get rid of that for a sec. That is quite the view. I just wish that environmental visual enhancements was available for this version. Obviously running the most recent version of Kerbal. So now I need to change the periapsis to 2863.3. I'm going to create that and execute. So there is our relay satellite in all its glory. Again, if anyone wants the craft files for these, please do let me know. I will add them to the comments or descriptions somehow. I'll work it out. didn't activate that engine. So just watching our orbital period, our orbital speed. There we go. So I just need to change the apoapsis at the periapsis to be that, create that and execute. There we go. So there is our satellite in its correct orbit. We have an orbital period of 5 hours 59 minutes and 8.28 seconds. Our orbital speed is 1.010 kilometers per second, with a height of 2.863 kilometers, 2,863.3 kilometers. So that is our orbit. Okay, just going to change our inclination to 0. I'm going to create that and execute. Just want to make sure we're on the right inclination. I'm going to do this earlier on in the flight for the next one. Okay. So that is the first 40 minutes nearly of this episode, live stream done. There we go. So that should now keep us right. There we go. Happy with that. So I'm now going to switch to this because I want to try and get it out. Obviously I want to clear my orbit, but I've got no control. So tracking station, I'm just going to blow it up. Boom. Done. They're all on suborbital trajectories, so they'll be fine. So, next, another one. So I'm going to be honest, I have no real set system for getting these evenly spaced. Basically what I think I'm going to do is get them up and then go from there. Alright. If we get them up, I'll see where we are. If I'm not happy with the spacing, what I'll do is I'll reduce the periapsis so that the orbital period is faster, so that then when it hits the apoapsis is about a third to a quarter. You can do this for free, but obviously 4 is more ideal. just going to launch this, let it do its thing. So I've got 2 new series starting now. Airport CEO is going to be on a hiatus as of today. I'm going to do the last episode before the hiatus tonight. So that series will be finishing. Or not finishing, but it will be stopped until more features come out. And it adds, obviously, value to the episode. Started this week's 2 new episodes started. 2 new series, sorry. And they are Need for Speed Payback. So we're on episode 2 of that already. They are rather large videos, so they do take a while to get on to YouTube. So they are roughly 9. Was it 9? Yeah. So an hour's video in Kerbal or Aircraft CEO tends to be about 2 gigabytes per video. Episode 1 of Need for Speed Payback for an hour and 18-minute video turned out to be 18.9 gigabytes. Same settings on the recording and everything. So yeah, that is up. The other one, which I've started today, is Grid Autosport. Yeah, so that's another racing type game if you want that sort of thing. Yeah. There we go. So I'm going to get us into orbit. Obviously we're now doing a circulation burn. And then I'm going to make sure that our inclination is right. So we want our inclination to be 0. Again, if any of you guys have any thoughts as to what you would like for next week's live stream, let me know. I'll do my best to do it. It may not be a complete success, if I'm honest, but we can but try. Have any of you guys just lost sound? Because I have. Oh, there we go. That was weird. I think my sound drivers are a bit odd. Once I go below a certain amount, they tend to cut out after a while, I think. Bit weird. I did it with my old computer as well. It's like there weren't quite enough sound to keep it going. So we're in our orbit. I'm just going to do an inclination change now, just to make sure that's correct. Cool. So now to 2863.3. Just Just double checking that's correct. Yep, that's correct. So just increasing our apoapsis now up to our required orbit. Bear with me 1 second, just gonna put my heating on. It's getting a little bit chilly in here now. Apparently the temperature outside is now 4 degrees Celsius, that is. Let's see what the temperature about is indoors. So it's saying it's warm, but it's probably just me. Apparently it's 18.7 degrees in here, but I am feeling a little bit of a chill. Right, okay, so now I'm gonna separate, and then I'm going to retrograde this. Very little electric charge. Oh, that wasn't good. Right, let's get our orbit down so we can clear it. Cool. So that will now clear its orbit. Change the periapsis to create and execute that. G. Add. I think that's going to be our thumbnail. Always forget to do that. So I will apologise if there's any loud noises in the background. Next door are basically remodelling the house. They've bought it, and I think they're planning to build it and obviously do it up and then sell it. And then obviously my window, which is right here, is straight on, well, not straight onto the road. We've got a little front garden, but the road is very much just there. So for me, that's not quite far enough away. So I'm going to burn a little bit of prograde. And then warp quite a way. So I have to do this first. That might mean that our angle changes a bit, but that's fine. So we are now getting there. So I'm going to abort that. I want to go around one more time to get us to where we want to be. So let's do this. What? No! Okay. One. Bam. Again, thank you everyone for joining me. Well, the couple of you that are. I do appreciate. There we go. Roughly half. That's fine. Really? No, close. So I'm just trying to really, but periapsis zone. Execute. Okay. That'll do. So that's 2 in. So launch number 3 now. And then off we go. Oh, that looks cool. So I have one of my sisters who, her partner lives in Florida, and they've gone on a trip to Chattanooga in Tennessee today. And it looks a very nice little place. So yeah, she doesn't live in America, not generally anyway. She lives in the Midlands of the UK, out near the Black Country, along with my half brother who lives that way as well. Well, my brother anyway. And yeah, very nice looking little area, Chattanooga, if that's how you say it. I think it is. So who is excited for any upcoming rocket launches? I can't personally wait for DM1 on Falcon 9, the Crew Dragon mission. Let's have a look at Launch Alarm here, see what we've got on. I haven't yet seen the NROL 71 launch of the Delta IV Heavy. So tomorrow, Long March 11 is launching something to do with a hyperspectral satellite. Then you've got the ISRO PSLV DL Microsat R launch on the 24th. Then Electron is launching for Outer Space 1 and ISI launch CubeSats on the 1st. The same day we have the demo flight for Vector R, followed by Launcher 1 at the same time apparently. All three of these, oh god, there's loads that day. I don't think all of these are right. So Launcher 1 at the same time. Then you've got PSLV from ISRO again, Emisat and 30 others. Then PSLV with Resat 2B, again apparently at the same time. And at the same time again, the PSLV XL with Cartosat 3 and Nemo AM. Apparently all of these are happening at exactly the same time. Soyuz 2.1A with a frigate. Is that the second or third stage? I think that's third stage, isn't it? Meridian M18 launch. Ariane 5 on the 5th. For ECA Helisat, Saudi Geosat 1 and GSAT 31. And then on the 9th we have Falcon 9 Block 5 SpaceX DM-1 Crew Dragon mission, 4 PM on the 9th of February. Now I'm not sure if that's 4 PM local time or my time. And then we have on the 18th Falcon 9 Block 5 Nusantara Satu PSN 6, and then Spaceflight GTO 1 and Bereshit. And then we've got a Soyuz STB frigate 6x1 Web 1-6. Again another Soyuz 2.1B frigate M, EgyptSat A. And then on the 1st of March, Falcon Heavy with Arabsat 6A. And that is the next month and a bit's worth of launches. But after that we've got a few other ones. So Epsilon is launching JV Lotus Sat 1 on the 1st as well. Ariane 5, there is an unknown payload along with GeoCompSat 2B. And then another Ariane 5 with Eutelsat 7C. And then the next one is really cool. So it's Atlas 5 N22 CST 100. So it's an Atlas 5 with, now let me remember this. So there's no boosters, is it? I can't remember what the N's for. But there's, they're normally like 401. No fairing, 2 boosters and 2 engines on the second stage, and that is a CST 100 Starliner orbital flight test uncrewed on the 1st of March, and that is Boeing's rival to, Boeing's crew capsule for the what did they call it, the commercial crew program for NASA. So let's have a look. Our inclination is 0.82. So let's get our manoeuvre planner up, and I just want an inclination to create and execute that so that we can get our inclination spot on, and then we'll do our burn. Get us up to where we want. So yeah, some great launches coming up soon. Really looking forward to some of those. If you ever want to see the live streams, a great person to follow is Everyday Astronaut. Puts a lot of the live streams up with his own commentary. Obviously you can also go to SpaceX's and the other rocket companies' own feeds. A lot of them do tend to have a live stream now, especially SpaceX. ULA tends to as well, a bit more now. I think they kind of followed SpaceX's lead on that, but that is pure guess. So let's do our burn up to apoapsis of 286 3.3. Actually I'm going to go to 2850, and I'm going to create that and execute. So I'm going to go out to this point in sort of almost 2 burns. So because I know that when we decouple it's going to send the relay sat, it's going to increase its height. So I'm hoping that this will help. It's got a burn of 1 minute starting now. So over an hour and 5 minutes now. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Not the most thrilling video, I know, but it is informative, I believe. So if you are wanting to try and do this for yourself, I think this helps. I hope. So I'm looking for ideas for next week's live stream. In Kerbal Space Program, I am thinking about trying to make a plane and have it drop bombs. So I'm going to do like a fighter bomber, I think. Although depending on how long we've got left at the end of this, I may do that in this episode. Although I may want to save it as well. So I'm going to one of them. And I'm going to change this to 63.3. Create that and execute. So it's now going to go do a full orbit. And then change our periapsis to 30, and create that and execute. Oh, it's run out of electric charge again, that's fine. That's fine, I'll just destroy it. Terminate that. And then this one. I'll fly that one. So, next up. So, we want to change our apoapsis to 2863.3, creating that, and then we'll execute that. So I'm just going to F2 that, and just G that, and then that might well be one of our thumbnails. There we go. Do. No. There we go. We'll do it that way then. Better do it this time. I'm not happy if it don't. Let's see what it does. Oh, I know why. My mistake. I always do it. Always do it. So hello to the person that's just joined. For your information, we're just midway through launching and orbiting our third geostationary satellite here. Just trying to get our apoapsis up to the right height. And then our periapsis. Should be there. So just gonna got our apoapsis to the right height for a geostationary orbit. I'm just gonna circularize it now by bringing our periapsis up to the same height or same altitude, whatever you want to call it. So coming up this week on my channel, we have more the final episode for now of Aircraft CEO until the next update of that game, followed by, or we will also have some more Need for Speed and more Grid Autosport. So yeah, we'll go with that for now. From there, obviously, we might do some stuff with Kerbal, but I'm trying to keep Kerbal to live streams for now, just because obviously the limited number of subjects. May do a career mode at some point, but I want to get these two out of the way first, I think. So nearly at our desired orbit. Oh, nearly. And it is exactly where we don't really want it. So shit. Sorry about my language there. That went a lot faster than I wanted it to. So I'm just going to let this one go by as well. So we're nearly. God. No, not quite yet. I want to get this right. So I'm not happy with that. So we're now 15 minutes in. We've got 3 of our satellites in position at roughly quarters. As you can see, they've all got links to the planet. We've also got links to each other, direct almost. Actually, I think they may have a direct link to each other as well. Sort of, maybe. Maybe that's just happens to be where there is a link. But that one is up. There we go. Done on that one. So now we can launch the final rocket in this constellation of geostationary relay satellites. So we can pretty much communicate with most places on the planet. So we're going to launch this now. So just going to let this one do its thing. So, just getting our rocket up into space to begin with. Just looking at an article here. So it's yeah, I love to cook. I like my food. I enjoy food. The best traditional dish in 30 European countries. So for Austria it has strudel. Belgium, waffles. I don't know about that one. Bulgaria, soup. Wow, okay. Olive oil for Croatia. They're saying that's the best dish that Croatia's got to offer. Halloumi cheese for Cyprus. That's the only thing that they're good for. Bread dumplings in Czech Republic. Denmark is small abroad. Don't know what that is. Looks like fish and prawns and stuff like alike on bread. Looks like rye bread. They're basically an open-faced sand. Estonia's rye bread. Is that all they're good for? I think they'll probably have something better than that. Finland, Karelian pies. Croissants for France. Now I know there's lots more food than that. Pretzels in Germany. Again, more food than that. Greece is gyros. Goulash for Hungary. Well, yeah, that's, to be honest, that's the only Hungarian food, I know. Iceland Skyr. Now isn't Skyr just a yogurt product? Again, I'm just thinking they probably have more to it than that. Yeah, so just getting up to our orbit here. Just getting into an orbit first, so we're just going to burn into an orbit and then do an injection burn to our final orbit. Ireland Irish stew. Pizza for Italy. Yeah, I can see why they'd say that. Latvia has grey peas. Lithuania is Sepelini, is it? I'm not sure how that's pronounced. A large oval dumpling made with potatoes and fillings such as ground meat, mushrooms and curd. Okay. Okay. Right, so we're in our orbit. So we're now going to increase, make sure our inclination is correct. Where's it? Change inclination. There we go. Create and execute just to make sure we are right. Did I click that? There we go. Luxembourg smoked pork with beans. Malta rabbit stew. Okay. Stroopwafel from Holland or Netherlands, as it says here. Poland pierogi. Never had them, although I do have. Did used to have Polish friends. I didn't ever actually have it. Portugal. They're saying Portuguese. They like Portuguese custard tart. Pastéis de nata. Romania has cabbage rolls. Okay, they look okay. Slovakia potato dumplings. Slovenia giant cheese dumplings. Sounds interesting. Tapas in Spain. I think that more depends on where in Spain you are. Definitely where my dad lives in Spain, tapas is popular. But if you go further north, you'll have stuff like pork and chorizo and bean stews, that sort of thing. Depending obviously south and west and east and north, it varies massively. So yeah, you can't just, yeah, that's a bit, it's probably what most people would familiarise themselves. Right, we want to change our apoapsis now to 5.5. So I'm just coming up short of where we actually want to be, just so that once we decouple, hopefully we don't overshoot. So apparently Britain has fish and chips, which is fine. And just to finish off, Switzerland is fondue. Sweden has cinnamon rolls, and that is it. The other thing about using saying tapas is an iconic dish of Spain, it's not just one dish. The idea of tapas is multiple different little things. So that, yeah, that's a bit confusing to me, that one. So, just while that's doing that, I'm just going to get rid of my cake wrappers. Now an hour and a half in. Almost done here now, so we've just got to get this orbit right. And yeah, basically, if there's anything else you would like to see me do in Kerbal, put it in the chat, because we've still got some time. So Going to decouple here now. Make sure I remember to change power access to 2863.3. Create and execute. Okay, I'll change the apparatus then to 28. Create and execute that then. Just going to deploy everything as well now. There we go. And then we're going to circularize. I'm actually going to change our periapsis to 286. I'll circularize then, it's fine. Awkward bloody system. Oh, I've just realised something. I think I might have left a beer in the fridge last night, overnight. That's worrying. So I'm going to stop this burn short. Just if I can get my satellite into the position that I want. Cool. Just going to time accelerate now. So there we have it. This is our satellite network. Okay, so we have 4 satellites now in orbit, on a geostationary orbit, roughly at quarters. Not the straightest, don't get me wrong. It has all been done by basic guesstimation, with no actual real calculation as to when to launch and put ourselves into geostationary orbit and all of that. Obviously, I would love to be able to do that, but to be honest, I don't know the maths, and I ain't that clever. So, we are only 1.5 hours into this, what would normally be 2 to 3 hour live stream. So, let's clear our debris from orbit and then try and have a little bit of fun. So they're all going to clear orbit relatively soon. That's fine. We'll leave those. They can just fall and burn up. So let's have a bit of fun. Maybe do a bit of a space plane. I'm not going to do what I was planning to do for next week's episode because, well, that's just not right. I don't want to leave myself without anything worth doing. So we're going to have... I'm going to build a very manoeuvrable plane. And then we want 2 of these because of their vectoring capabilities. And then, so this is where it becomes interesting, you see. So, one of these, like so, and then where are they? There. I'll move them back to here. Now I'm going to put 2 here. I'll move these back. Actually, what I want to do first. What's that? And then I'll move these quite a way back. Then I'm going to put in, might be a bit big, something like that. So that is going to be our aircraft for today. And then we need air intakes. So actually, I know what I need first. There's 2 of those. I'll move them onto there. A little bit far out. Something like that. Yeah, cool. So now we need engine intakes. I'll put 2. Like so. There we go. Don't need that. Don't need that for now. So that's going to be our basic plane. Let's see how this flies. So we're going to, we only want a small one. I'll move that up. Retracted. Extended. Yep, that's fine. And then, so we're going to want to there. And we're going to rotate them. let's give this a go. See how this flies. Don't need any of this now. Buzz the tower. So can we do it again? Look at the maneuverability. Let's see what we can do here. So I am coming quite low. Oh shit. Buzz the tower. Saved by the manoeuvrability there. Brilliant. Oh no, that didn't work. Oh no. I nearly did it. Wouldn't be a Kerbal video without some sort of explosion, would it now? Look at that. Straight off to take off. Boom. Take them off as soon as we can, literally pulling up already, look. Takes off at less than 50. Oh, nearly kept it in the air. Right, here we go. No, too high. Pull up. Ah, not quite. I was being a bit cheeky there, weren't I? Pulling up and over. Not quite. It's almost like I only want 100. Cool. Okay, so if you've just joined us, we've completed the geostationary relay satellites and are basically just having a bit of fun to the end the session. So just created this plane. Let's see how many. That's not a lot, so I'm gonna actually increase the authority limiter. Just keeping an eye on my altitude for now. There we go. So we should now be quite manoeuvrable. Sorry, Jeb and Bill. I bet you hated that. Coming in a bit too hot here. Bye bye. Where are some of the Easter eggs on Kerbal Space Program on Kerbal? Cool. So let's go and have a look at that. So we're going to go land at the island because I've just found out there's apparently a little bit of an Easter egg in one of the hangars. So let's go and do that. Find it. Turn that heating on again in a sec. I think it's due to come on soon anyway. Just get the app up. Cool. So those you just joined, unfortunately, if you've joined for Geostationary relay satellites, I've actually finished that. So just killing a bit of time here. Coming way too hot here. I'm just gonna fly past and come in the other way, I think. So yeah, we actually completed our four satellite constellation of geostationary satellites. So yeah, I'm just getting a bit of time, having a bit of fun with my space plane that is supposed to be very manoeuvrable, which it kind of is and it isn't. Takes off at less than 50 meters per second. On a horizontal runway, obviously. So it launches as a rocket and then lifts off at less than 50 meters per second. That don't make any sense almost. Well, it does, but it's pointless to say. Just killing a bit of speed here. There we go. We lost a wing. Oh. That went well, didn't it? Tell you what. There we go. Right. Let's go. We'll walk. We will get there. Yeah, so I've got making history. This is the most up-to-date version of Kerbal Space Program. Version 1.6.1 with the making history expansion. So just trying to find a couple of Easter eggs that are over here apparently. So apparently in one of the hangars there's some of the old parts, sort of almost like relics. So I thought we'd go and have a look and see if they're still there. So it looks like there's a few bits in here, but doesn't it? Although it looks like this airfield has now seen better days. I remember it looking a lot cleaner than this. So we do have some of the old parts, look. So an old fuel tank, an old engine, and an old capsule. Cool. So let's revert to launch. there anything specific in making history that you wanted to know about, or wanted to see happen? What did I just do? Oh, that's going to help, isn't it? Let's see how fast we can get this, hey? Boom. So I'm actually going to make this inactive, otherwise when I pull up or change my view, it's going to want to do something like that. All I did was pull straight back then. So, see if we can land this, shall we? At very least. I'm not going to go. Not sure how I managed it. Just to get it on the runway. Oh, there we go. And again. There we go. Bye bye. We managed to land it, but we didn't actually. The plane didn't survive, but the people did, which is always the most important thing. Well, thank you, Peter. So this channel is very new. I've only been actually doing YouTube videos now for roughly 2 weeks. I think I started early January. Put a lot of content on there quite quickly to try and obviously get it seen, and obviously try and get stuff that people would like, or that I thought might like anyway. Been trying to obviously diversify a bit as well, because obviously Kerbal Space Program and Aircraft CEO, I only bought Aircraft CEO about the same time, actually after I started the channel. It's not all that I play. I'm a big fan of stuff like Far Cry. I still have two original discs actually for Far Cry 1. I still have my old CD collection and computer game collections. Rather amusingly, I did have a look through this the other day, and I have an original copy of a game called Donald Trump's Real Estate Tycoon, which sounds absolutely amazing. I don't mean that seriously. But yeah, I've been trying to diversify. Airport CEO, unfortunately at the minute there's only so much you can do with it. It is still an alpha game. Kerbal, there is a lot more. So just going to pull over here and head back towards the KSC. So I'm trying to get under the bridge in the science and research area. So I'm actually going to reduce my throttle here because I don't want to be going too fast. So if anyone hasn't already subscribed and would like to see more from me, please do so, and hit the bell button to get notifications as well. Got my Twitter page for this now, obviously with notifications of any new videos that I put live as they go up. So I don't think I'm going to do it from this direction, although I nearly did before. No. So let's come this way. Oh, nearly? No, not quite. Just didn't have the throttle there. Oh no, that's a good start, wasn't it? So let's go in this way. Oh, not that way. Not that way. Oh, wrong way. So I am working on some things over this weekend to try and get some more presence for my channel. So obviously you introduced a Twitter page yesterday or the day before. Going through and making sure that all the tags and that are complete for my videos that I've uploaded so far, and also making sure that stuff like has obviously links at the end of each video for other videos of my own, because I've noticed that there's very sporadic viewing numbers, so I've had a lot more viewings on some videos than others, and it might be that it's because people don't know that they exist. They might not have had links or anything like that. So I thought, right, I'll put end points in my videos with subscription links and links to other videos in as well, like you get a lot of other videos. So we'll give this a go, and hopefully that helps. So trying to keep to a bit of a schedule as well, so that people know that I'm streaming at certain times and know to look out for it. Generally that's going to be on a Sunday though. I only have 2 days off a week from work, so obviously Sunday is the best day for me to be able to do it. Are we going to be able to do this now? Ah, I pulled up too early. Closest yet. So I'm working on a few things as well to try and improve the quality of my videos, so intros and animations and stuff like that. Still learning how to use OBS and what was the other one that I'm using? Shot something or other to edit videos. Obviously, generally I'm not editing that much at the moment because for this type of video I don't think we need to. It's a very manoeuvrable plane, I think. Let's try and get up and over. Oh, go on. No, pulled up too late. I think I've got an idea. I've had an idea. It might be a mad idea, but we'll give it a go. There we go, we're in the air. Oh, not quite. Oh, really? I really need to do something about that suspension. It's far too soft on the back. Let's try that. Maybe if we turn off steering, that'll help. Let's try this. So the lack of steering seems to help a little bit. Although, yeah, that didn't help. So yeah, Peter just asked about making history. actually have a video that goes to the moon. I actually built an SLS style rocket. I say an SLS style rocket. It's kind of a hybrid of that and Apollo, and it is using some making history parts. So I believe I'm making history parts. So there we go. Not quite. So that was my idea, dive down and back up. That's where I go. This way. And I'm going to pull up. And push down. Oh, wrong way. Pull up, damn you. Ah. So I'll give it a couple more tries. Failing that, I think I might call it a day for this stream. I'm starting to get into the territory of next week's stream, I think, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to take away from next week's stream. I'm not entirely the greatest at coming up with ideas myself anyway when it comes to this sort of thing. I'm more of a logical person than a creative mind, shall we say. I have a background in mechanics and engineering and production. Oh, nearly. So obviously I want to save whatever ideas I have for next week. But yeah, thanks to everyone for joining me so far. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you come back and join me again. Hopefully you've enjoyed it so far, or have at least found it informative anyway. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm not any Marcus House, Scott Manley or Everyday Astronaut, or even Matt Lamb for one. Any of those are leagues and leagues above me when it comes to actually being any good at Kerbal Space Program. So I kind of build what I know works, or what I think will work. Again, my background is more making things work than being creative, shall we say. So yeah, I sound like tape. Okay, I'm not really sure how, but I know that I do need to work on sound. Maybe it's that the microphone, it may actually be picking up my game audio. I have got a new microphone. It is an upgrade on what I had before, although, you know, just starting out, I don't want to be spending too much money on new gear, especially when I don't always have the budget for it, and I know that there's other things I can do to improve as well. So yeah, I'm running a Fifine 669B microphone at the moment. I sound like Tape Gaming. I've not even heard of Tape Gaming. I'm ever so sorry, I misunderstood you there. So I don't even know of Tape Gaming. I'll have to check him out, or her, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'll check them out and see what they're like. I'm not Tape Gaming. I am myself. But yeah, I'll give them a check out and see what they're like. Maybe they'll give me an idea. You know, I don't steal other people's ideas, but I will use them to be inspired. So yeah. Let's try this one more time. So I'm going to pitch up a little bit. Don't want to be pitching down too much. No. Right, I'm not getting anywhere with this. So I think I'm going to call it a day now. Appreciate the comments, Peter. Appreciate everyone who's joined. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this, obviously, if you can, please like. Obviously, if you didn't, you know what to do. All your comments have been appreciated, and obviously subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye.